Good morning to everyone. Today we will see transient and steady state analysis. Okay. Here what is steady state and what is transient state? Okay. Here if the node voltages and the branch currents in a circuit are changes with respect to time, then that circuit is in transient state. Okay. If the node voltages and branch currents are does not change with respect to time in a circuit, that circuit is in steady state. Okay. Here, before going to this transient analysis of RL circuit and transient analysis of RC circuit, we have to find the solution of first order differential equation. Okay. Here, the nth order differential equation is given by A naught d power of n into I of t by dt power of n plus a1 into d power of n minus 1 into I of t by dt power of n minus 1, okay, plus dash 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 up to a n minus 1 into d I of t by dt plus a n I of t is equal to v of t. Okay, this is the nth order differential equation in terms of current and voltage. If we put n is equal to 1, we will get the first order differential equation. If we put n is equal to 1, this becomes a naught into di of t by dt plus a1, sorry, this is 0, this is also 0, so this becomes a1 into I of t is equal to v of t. This is the first order differential equation in terms of current and voltage. Okay, here this can be rearranged as di of t by dt plus a1 by a naught into I of t is equal to v of t by a naught. Okay, let us consider a1 by a naught as p and v of t by a naught as q. So this equation becomes di of t by dt plus pi of t is equal to q. This is the first order differential equation. Here we have to find the solution for this first order differential equation. Okay, here what is the solution of this first order differential equation? Solution means we have to find the value of I of t. Here di of t by dt plus pi of t is equal to q. Okay, here this is the first order differential equation. Here this differential equation is of two types. One is homogeneous first order differential equation, another one is non-homogeneous first order differential equation. Okay, homogeneous means here di by dt plus pi is equal to 0. Non-homogeneous means di by dt plus pi is equal to q. Okay, here we have to find the solution for this homogeneous first order differential equation and the solution for non-homogeneous first order differential equation. Okay, first of all we will see what is the solution of this homogeneous first order differential equation. Okay, here this is di by dt plus pi is equal to 0. This can be written as di by dt is equal to minus pi. Okay, this can be rearranged as di by I is equal to minus p into dt. Okay, integrate on both sides. This becomes integration of di by I okay, is equal to minus integration of minus p into dt plus k. Okay, here what is the integration of 1 by I? That is ln of I. Okay, what is the integration of minus p into dt? Here minus p into t. Okay, plus k. Okay, so here this can be written as ln of I is equal to, this can be written as ln of e power of minus pt plus k or ln of k. Okay, right. Here ln of I is equal to ln of a plus ln of b, ln of ab, k into e power of minus pt. ln get cancel, I is equal to k into e power of minus pt. This is the solution of first order homogeneous differential equation. Okay, I is equal to k into e power of minus pt. Okay, any solution of first order differential equation having two terms, one is complementary function and another one is particular integral. Okay, here homogeneous first order differential equation having only complementary function, here particular integral is 0. Okay, this is the solution of first order homogeneous differential equation. Okay, right. Next we will see what is the solution of non-homogeneous first order differential equation. Di by dt plus pi is equal to q. This is the non-homogeneous first order differential equation. Okay, here we have to find the solution of this non-homogeneous first order differential equation. Okay, multiply with e power of pt on both sides. Okay, e power of pt into di by dt plus e power of pt into p into I is equal to e power of pt into q. Okay, here what is the differentiation of xy? Here x into d by dt of y plus y into d by dt of x. Okay, this is in terms of this one, x into dy by dt plus y into dx by dt. Here x is equal to I, y is equal to e power of pt. Okay, this can be written in this form. Okay, here d by dt of what is x? I e power of pt y is equal to this one, e power of pt into q. Okay, here this can be rearranged as, here differentiation of I into e power of pt is equal to e power of pt into q into dt. This dt go to that side. Okay, here integrate on both sides. Integrate on both sides. What it becomes? Integration of differentiation of I into e power of pt plus, is equal to integration of e power of pt into q into dt. Okay, here integration differentiation get cancelled. Okay, I into e power of pt is equal to integration of e power of pt into q into dt plus k. K is the constant value. Okay, from this I is equal to, here e power of pt go to that side, that becomes e power of minus pt. Okay, this go to that side, that becomes e power of minus pt. Integration of e power of pt into dt into q plus k into e power of minus pt. So I is equal to k into e power of minus pt plus e power of minus pt integration of e power of pt into dt into q. This is the solution of first order non-homogeneous differential equation. Okay, this consisting of two terms. One is complementary function, another one is particular integral. Okay, this is the complementary function and this is the particular integral. This is the solution of first order non-homogeneous differential equation. Okay, next we will see what are the initial conditions of different network elements. Okay, what are the different network elements? Resistance, inductance and capacitance. What are the initial conditions of those elements? Initial conditions. Okay, if we take resistor, this is a symbol of resistor. Okay, this is represented by R. Okay, the voltage across this resistor is V and the current flowing through this is I. Okay, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R. Okay, there is a instantaneous change in the voltage, then there is a instantaneous change in the current. So there is a linear relationship between the voltage and current for the resistance. Instantaneous change in the voltage, there is an instantaneous change in the current for a resistive element. So there is a linear relationship between the voltage and current for the resistive element. Okay, this is about resistor. Inductor. This is the circuit symbol of inductor. Okay, this is represented by L. Okay, here the voltage across this inductor is V and the current flowing through this is I. Okay, here the voltage across this inductor is given by V is equal to L into di by dt. Okay, here if this voltage and currents are DC, so here the DC means constant values. Okay, here the constant of differentiation of constant becomes 0. So V is equal to L into 0, that becomes 0. V is equal to 0 means there is a short circuit. It acts as a short circuit. Inductor acts as a short circuit. In other means, here the inductor acts as a short circuit in steady state condition. Steady state condition means the voltage and currents are DC values. Here the voltage applied across the inductor and current flowing through the inductor are DC values. Then the inductor acts as a short circuit. If we take the current flowing through inductor, I is equal to 1 by L integration of V into dt. Okay, here the limits are minus infinity to t. Okay, this is I of t is equal to 1 by L integration of V of t into dt. Okay, the limits are minus infinity to t. Okay, these limits are split into two parts. Here minus infinity to 0 minus V of t into dt plus here 0 minus to t V of t into dt. Okay, here what is 0 minus? 0 minus means here just before closing the switch. Okay, here 0 plus means just after closing the switch. Okay, here what is the condition of this inductor before closing the switch and after closing the switch? Okay, here Okay, here this is 1 by L minus infinity to 0 minus v of t into dt plus 1 by L 0 minus to t v of t into dt. Okay, here this can be written as I of t is equal to IL of 0 minus plus 1 by L 0 minus to t v of t into dt. This total can be written as IL of 0 minus. IL of 0 minus means here before closing the switch. Before closing the switch. Okay. Here at t is equal to 0 plus. T is equal to 0 plus. I of 0 plus. IL of 0 plus is equal to here IL of 0 minus plus 1 by L integration 0 minus to 0 plus. Here t is equal to 0 plus v of t into dt. Okay, here lower limit is 0, upper limit is 0. So this total becomes 0. This total becomes 0. So IL of 0 plus becomes IL of 0 plus is equal to IL of 0 minus. Here the current flowing through the inductor just after closing the switch is equal to current flowing through the inductor just before closing the switch. This means that the inductor does not allow sudden changes in the current. The inductor does not allow sudden changes in the. Next we will see what is the initial condition of capacitor. Here this is the circuit symbol of capacitor. Here this is represented by C. The voltage across this capacitor is VC and the current flowing through this is IC. Okay. If we take the current flowing through this capacitor is IC is equal to C into dVC by dt. Okay. If this voltage and currents are DC values means this voltage and currents are constant. Okay, so the differentiation of this constant becomes 0. So IC is equal to 0. IC is equal to 0 means there is no current flowing through the capacitor. So capacitor acts as a open circuit. Capacitor acts as open circuit in steady state condition. In steady state condition. If the DC values are considered through capacitor, this capacitor acts as a open circuit in steady state condition. Okay. If we take voltage across the capacitor formula is 1 by C integration of I of t into dt. Here this Vc of t is equal to 1 by C integration of I of t into dt. Okay, the limits are minus infinity to t. Okay, these limits are split into two parts. Here minus infinity to 0 minus I of t into dt plus 0 minus to t I of t into dt. Okay, here 1 by C minus infinity to 0 minus I of t into dt plus 1 by C 0 minus 2 t I of t into dt. Okay, this total term can be written as Vc of 0 minus. Just before closing the switch or before closing the switch, this is the condition of capacitor. Okay, so here Vc of t is equal to Vc of 0 minus plus 1 by C integration 0 minus to t I of t into dt. Okay, at t is equal to 0 plus. T is equal to 0 plus. Vc of 0 plus is equal to Vc of 0 minus plus 1 by C integration 0 minus to 0 plus I of t into dt. Okay, here the lower limit is 0, upper limit is 0. This total becomes 0. So here Vc of 0 plus is equal to Vc of 0 minus. In capacitor, the voltage just after closing the switch is equal to voltage across the capacitor just before closing the switch. This means that the capacitor does not allow sudden changes in the voltage. Vc of 0 plus is equal to Vc of 0 minus. These are the initial conditions of resistor, inductor and capacitor. Okay, resistor, here there is a instantaneous change in voltage, then instantaneous change in the current. If we take the inductor, inductor does not allow sudden changes in the current. IL of 0 plus is equal to IL of 0 minus. If the DC values are considered for an inductor, the inductor acts as a short circuit in steady state condition. Okay, for capacitor the DC values are considered, the capacitor acts as a open circuit in steady state condition. Okay, for capacitor Vc of 0 plus is equal to Vc of 0 minus. This means that the capacitor does not allow sudden changes in the voltage. These are the initial conditions of resistance, inductance and capacitance. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel. Stay home, stay safe.